Hello, Emerald. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. How's it going? Is it? Wait, it's Wednesday, right? Because these gushes explode. It's probably the opening for the game. It's Wednesday, right? Okay, cool. My brain was like, wait, why am I playing Dragon Age? It's not Wednesday. And I was like, wait, is it Wednesday? Is it already Wednesday? I know, I had to check. I know, right? It feels like it's only like a Monday, and I'm like, what is happening? How is it already a Wednesday? Oh man. Yes, 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 yes. I hope you're all well. We're back with Dragon Age this morning. I've had a bit of my coffee, so I'm a little bit more awake than usual. Let me just grab some more of it though. Hmm. I am cozy. I'm currently wrapped in my electric blankie, wearing my Udi while also crocheting a blanket on my lap. So the blanket is like getting really big now. So it's like, oh, I'm nice and toasty. All right, so it's up and running. All right, so today we're basically be running around Lothering, whatever. Trying to get info and a bunch of little quests here because this is one of these places where once you leave Lothering, it's gone. Like the city is destroyed. There is no way to get back to it. So it's kind of like do everything you can while you're here.
What now?
If there's one baby like it, need to get more wool to start second. But you can get more on Saturday.
Let him hear our unwavering faith.
Okay,
Let him
keys
hear
required.
our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
And then shall the Maker return to us.
You ever wonder if
And
that's
then
an
shall
accurate
the Maker
likeness of
return to the
Andraste?
Black City in
Maybe
heaven.
she was ugly.
And then
Maybe
shall
she
the
had buck
chant of
teeth.
light make it
How would we
pure.
know?
Let
As you
all
say.
mankind be humble.
And all the lore that we can. Open this chest? No, but Liliana can open this chest, right? And 3/4 finished the scarf. Ooh. We can get more wool on Saturday. There's not a deals, it's a different store, but it deals basically. And then there's a home. Can't remember what it's called, like a home. My brain's going Home Depot, and I know that's not the correct word, but there's a home place that has wool and stuff like that. We can go get stuff. I'm getting my new phone today, so I'll buy the same wool. Okie pokey. All right.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings.
Done. It's
Will you be
me.
making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
No. Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry.
I'm a dwarf. Remember, we don't know
Traditionally,
anything
those
about the
who
fucking
seek one
chantry.
blessing tithe first.
Hey, no, welcome in. Poundland, I think. Nah, it's... No. It's Home something or other. It's like an actual, like, material curtain, like, flooring wallpaper shop kind of thing, but they also have crochet stuff. Or they've craft stuff in general. Sorry, to the chantry, are you joking?
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery.
Yeah, something
But
like
you
that.
must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you,
How
then?
are you doing, Noel? I am a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
Okay, and does the chantry bend to the will of a single man, or is it not in fact a religion that could probably dethrone Loghain if it wanted to? I just want to point that out. The chantry's pope could step in and go, nah, bruv. Quite easily. So I've heard, but it's Loghain who betrayed the king.
Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else,
Can you provide any help?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and chantry.
This village is fucked, lady.
The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else,
Alright, what else can I badger her with? Perhaps I should go.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Alright, you were quite useless. Alright. So we're gonna grab the Chantry's board outside.
When the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the dark. Word despair, fear and ignorance.
We're gonna talk to Thurbrand. Or is there something hidden in one of the corners? No, it's fine, I think.
It shall be done.
I'm a wiki. So we've discovered that basically, Arl Eamon is sick. There we go. Arl Eamon is deathly sick. Logain has forsworn the Grey Wardens. And alright, let's go do some quests. Carl? Oh yeah, let's also be a loot goblin in the meantime. So we quickly check the journal. What do we got? Lothering. Okay, so we should go north. Wait, I think.
What do you wish of me?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Never mind. Well,
Have you seen my mother?
who's your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could. So
Oh,
I
I've
did.
got bad news for you,
She
kid.
said she'd be right behind me, but I've
Are
been
you
waiting
my
and
mummy?
waiting, and I can't see her.
You know where your father
He
is?
went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
I don't think she's coming.
Why not? Why would she leave me here?
I don't think she meant to
But
leave
she
you.
must be coming.
We can't stand here forever. What if she doesn't show?
I don't know. Maybe I should go home and look for her.
No. That sounds like a good idea.
Men must be gone by now. Maybe I'll meet her on the way.
I may have just sent that child to his death, which is kind of funny. I shouldn't laugh.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited,
Oh, I think
what
Morgan's
would have
stuck.
happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess. I thought you'd like that.
Alright, Morgan's stuck. Hang on a sec.
Yes?
Come on, Morgan. Out you go. I need to talk to... Anyone who has a name is important.
Stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you need traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Why don't you buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
He has poison traps in his land?
Ah, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Can make traps, actually. No, trap crafting is a different skill. Talk to Elder.
You've got a
Money.
bed for the night. You taken care of.
I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I do indeed. I don't. My friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices...
No problem, Emerald.
I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Alright. So cool. We grab some plants, make some potions. Boop, what is it? More than just plants. Deal with herbs to craft some lesser health poultices for the injured refugees. 3 of these should suffice.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
You didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Alright, my headset's been a bit wonky. Go. I just hand them over and I can craft them later, basically. Save me some time coming back. Grab the silver chalice. We're good for the thing.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car.
Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft.
You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
How do you live without the forest all around?
These darkspawn corrupt the earth. The air turns to blackness.
Marshman stole
Even if they
from
are
me, I
defeated,
know it.
can we ever return home?
Alright, we're out. Oh, here we go.
You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse a dwarf. Leave me in peace.
Amuse me? No, oh, now you have to amuse me. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Kunari.
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming.
A short
Though it
joke?
matters
How dare
little
you?
now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
Yeah,
I
being
would
left
also
for the
suggest that
Darkspawn's
Alistair
kind of
take
cruel.
his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
Okay. What did you do to end up here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if
I
I feel
forgot the
guilt or
boop.
if I'm responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
The boop is like compulsory. Must boop. If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
Yeah, that's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Okay. Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
Right, so he surrendered himself. You didn't resist capture.
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Compulsory boop. Why?
Because I wished to.
Okay. Sten is a very interesting character. He's very blunt and to the point. Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Hey. I'm only new, okay? I'm only new. I'm just a teeny guy. Would the Revered Mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
Alright, I'll leave you for now. So we can record recruits.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
There you go. And we'll come back for Sten. We're gonna go run around and cause some mayhem. We're literally just gonna start walking to the left. Oh yeah, here we go. Refugees. Idiots, more like.
Heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me. I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
We must not
Oh, you're gonna wreck that, buddy. Alright. I'm gonna attack that guy. Alistair, you're gonna attack that guy. Or that guy. Morgan, attack that guy. Liliana, attack that guy. Dog with me. Begin. Oh, there's people behind us. Shit. We should be good. They're refugees. Like, I feel sorry. This is like, you know, slapping fish in the rock. Shooting fish in the rock.
I tried to be merciful.
Bunk.
Defend yourself. You forced our hand.
Dun, dun, dun. Last guy. Here we go. Now, the sad thing is they don't even drop loot.
I shall do it.
Like, that's the unfortunate thing. Like, they don't even drop loot. Okay, one guy has loot. It was a piece of crafting material.
It shall be done.
Boots. I think we have to do a very important thing up here that we have to do. We're not leaving the area, but we need to do this. Alright. Dog. You.
Good to go. By the ancestors. Push them back. Now you fall. Try to be merciful.
Okay, done with you now.
Let's fight. Let us do it quickly. Oh, wait. You should run while you can. Shall be done. These fights
Okay. The dog can do work.
I am your death.
Alright. Grab that blood mage. Interesting. Warlock Alpha. Grab some nice bit of stuff off that. Grab that.
Mighty time
Yay!
you
My
arrived
favorite
there, my
character's
friend.
here.
I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal.
Hello,
Say hello,
Sandal.
my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Don't you want to travel with a Grey Warden?
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Best merchant in the game. Oh no! One sec. My blanket escaped. Skippy. Alright. Let me... you got anything to sell? talk to you.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned
Okay,
up.
very
Thank you
important
kindly
person
for
to
all
meet
your
up with. That'll be the exit later on, but... And then... Oh, bad guys. Dogs, bears, people. Bandits.
I shall do it.
Oh, you a fat fuck you are!
Stabby, stabby.
Battle it is then! Must gain the advantage.
The archers are doing work.
Let's make this quick! Is that all you got?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sometimes.
You dare run away. Come here.
Let's grab some glory.
Alright, last guy.
Here comes trouble.
Alright. Fantastic. Kill the bandits. Go check if there's loot on those corpses. No, you don't even drop loot. Sucks to be you. You're terrible bandits. Alright, so we're just literally following around the edge of the map. It's probably like the easiest way to go around this area.
It shall be done. As you say.
Alright. Dun dun dun. Dog in the back row.
An order.
Done. We're gonna start taking the guy in the back. Liliana to go after the guy in the back. Alistair and I can do these guys. Alright. Liliana, why are you... No, go back. Dog.
Have you no concern for your life?
Alright, I guess they're insisting on...
It is begun.
I think we're good.
Very well.
With some nice amount of gear.
I believe I took a bad shot in that fight.
Our health will naturally tick up over time. Check out this bandit camp. Grab the sack, and then I'll get Liliana to grab the chest. Okay. Nothing else at this time. That's fine. Alright. We're obviously just trying to also gain as much XP as possible. Any plan, no town trip, new phone, have to top up though. Okie pokey. I know there's bears around here, so I'm concerned. Or spiders. Okay. That's a lot of spiders. My mouse just fell asleep. There we go. Dog. Ryan. Alright.
That's finished.
Nice.
Oh, me and you. Your druid saved
I'm stuck in a web. There's a lot of spiders. Come on. Come on. Yeah, moving. There we go. Alright. It's clever. So, like, there's spiders out here, which means that you can get natural toxin. Which means that you can then make poison traps for the other,
Shall be done.
the farmer, for example. The the ecosystem in the game is designed so that you don't have to. What? Being attacked? Okay. Come on, big guys. Ooh, that's a lot of health. Health pulse uses. I can't. Okay.
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Liliana seems to stick with me. I think I've programmed her that way. I stream till 11? Yeah, till 11. Emerald. Training, so man, not going into that. That's fair. I love bonking people. It's so funny. Hey, I think Alistair leveled up. Yes, he did. Alright, let's have a look at you, sir. You are going to be a Tonky boy. I'm going to give you taunt. Play. Alright. Let's see if any of these guys got loot. You didn't even drop loot. You suck. Boop. Okay. Check. Ooh, there's some herbs. Not locked? That is locked. So like Lenny had to grab that one. Oh, did we do a full circuit? I feel like we did, so we're gonna go pack. And here. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Journal. Primary pressure, Chanter's board. Report back to Chanter's board. Alright. Ooh, box. Yoink. We'll do an inventory check now in a sec.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Alright, perfect. What's that? Pilgrim. Sorry. New on the board. Yes, accept. And then keep accept. I need to talk to the Reverend Mother about getting Sven. I'm never probably going to use them, but you do need them, like, for the end of the game, so, like... Alright, you lady.
Yes? What can I do for you now?
I want to talk with the Canary imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Because I'm a Grey Warden. What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Okay, what would make him do such a thing?
He would not say, though he acknowledged his guilt. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
What if it causes an incident with people?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Alright, is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, The Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Alright, so we have the key to the cage. We've got 2 more quests out in the open area as well. We're gonna get Sven, go back to camp. One sec, sorry, my headset is driving me nuts this morning. We'll go grab Sven, do back to camp. Do an inventory check on everybody. Sell my shit, and then progress to the next quest.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in
coffee.
this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love
I
of
love
the
the
old tales and
dialogue
legends.
between the different characters.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
That is Claudia Black. Emerald. That is Claudia Black.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
You risk to leave
So
you in my
be it.
custody.
Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well, I'll let you out.
So it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. Thank you. Glad to have you with us. I was May
like,
you
what do I
proceed.
think?
I am eager to be elsewhere.
Hokey pokey. We are still good with who we have, but way to go to camp. I might leave inventory management and send to the end because I think I have to go out into camp. Not travel this time. Yeah, the moment you leave Lothering, it's gone. I have to do everything here first.
Very well.
There we go. Wolves. And then all the bandits are gone. The wolves will come. That's a lot of fucking dogs.
Let's make this quick. You should run while you
Hey, level up. Level up. Level up. I'm gonna wait until everything's done. I knew if I put Morgan in, I could use her spell spam stuff. That's a lot of dogs. Diana, don't go down on me. We got this. Alright, did we get any pelts? We did not, but I leveled up. So we'll wait till everybody's healed up a bit. Alright, strength is at 30. I need to get my strength to like 38. So I'm gonna pile into strength until we get to 38. And then group combat training, play. Alright. Where is journals? Find the orphan's mother and call the infected bears. Alright, so oh no, infected bears? Bears in video games are never good to mess with. I think there's right in the corner, if I remember rightly. Yeah, there's a box here.
What now?
God, the fact that I still remember this is here. Alright. On the map. I just gotta keep exploring. I know where the bears are up near the cave. Can't remember where the kid's mother is. Wait, hold on. Journal. Codex. Bop, bop, bop. Legend. Bop, bop, bop. Boop, 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 boop. Characters. Have all this. Books and songs. I know one of these is a note. For Henrik. A quest related. A character. Books and songs. Okay, and then. Good, we clear all that out? Oh. Beep, bop, boop. Boop, boop. Alright, we're good. There she is. Fortunate. Right, last but not least is bears. Nobody's ever happy to say that. There they are. 1 sec. Off.
We fight for honor.
Big bears. Big bears are big. It wasn't too bad. I remember the bears being worse. Right, we're good. We can head back. Head through over here. Okay, so we can hand in both those quests. And then I think we are good to move on from Lothering. And we can do inventory and stuff like that. Boop bop. Yeah, down to the chat board. Talk to your man.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Right.
And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath.
Yeah.
All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Alright, perfect. Bunch of stuff. That should have been... Yeah, we've done everything here. So it is time for us to move on. Wait, maybe I can do the trap guy. Needs poison, right? I'm gonna hand it over, like, it's not like it's gonna matter.
Very well.
Regulars, I've got all their stuff, haven't I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Refugee, patron, custom. Garland.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Alright, don't worry about him, I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks?
Should we... not him. I will take his health shit, though. Others. Gift. Gift. I never use these. Gift. Gift. Sell. 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 Ba, ba. A lot of armor. I'll sell it all later. I know. Get rid of that one. Put out that. Good. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Lothering is a shithole. But mainly because it's full of refugees. And dying people and children without parents and dogs and bears and fucking thieves and Kunari murdering people. Lothering is like in bits. Alright, we've done all that we can here. Then we're gonna move on. There'll be plot stuff and then we gotta decide where we want to go. I have a bit of gear from DLC. It's in my inventory. It's like 38 strength, I think, to wear. And I'm like, I want that. I want to wear this. They've moved on. Alright, it's time to go. Come on. There's the, yeah, gather your party and venture forth. Yes. Done. That's the big Dagron.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Ah. Yes. The dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was
Thank you, Alistair.
first,
Very helpful. Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Alright, we are in camp, which means that I can do... Yes, I can do everybody. So I... Bills... Character... Equipment pick. That's the one. Right, so we need to do Sten just to get him equipped with some stuff. I'm gonna check to make sure I give myself the best. 175. Executioner's helm. It gives me better stamina. I want to hit things harder and bigger. We'll do our heavy chainmail gloves. I'm gonna keep the boot. Light boot. Give myself the heavy boots, and I'll give the lion's paw to somebody else. Let me check our stuff. No, we didn't get anything new. What's it, like 11, 14? Still better. Okay. Alright, Alistair. That's better. I use the skills in here. Deep. Give you the helmet deep. When it's a heavy armor. Heavy. I want to give you... Alright, I'm going to just leave you with it for the time being. I don't have a medium set. But we'll be upgrading him to heavy in the future. Don't have a helmet for you, I suppose. We can stick that on you for the time being. Do I have a belt? Can I give that to Morgan? And then Anna. Flooded. Better. Don't need anything else. Slash. So. Got a better longbow. Okay. Armor sorted, and then it's down to Sven. Basically, give him whatever the hell I have. Steel greatsword for chunky boy. Chain helm. Gives boots, some gloves. Another piece. We'll upgrade him like later on, but it's basically give him something so that he has gear. Bow. That's it. I'm not going to put any of this stuff on him. There's no point. Alright, so that's done. Let's talk to everybody.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was it like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
I love that they acknowledge it. Condescending, how so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
He's a god. He's got tons of time. What did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Alright, yeah, you can talk some more. Hold on, let's see if she's got her dialogue options. Doggy is barking.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What vision of yours?
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the Blight.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this what made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
She's a strong-headed woman who believes in God, and it makes an interesting combination. Are you saying the Chantry is wrong?
They said my ideas were blasphemy. But is it so bad if what I believe gives me comfort? If it could give someone else comfort? I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Right, and then I think I can talk to her one more time.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What are you doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
They don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
The question is, who do I want to romance in this? Because Liliana is an option. We're not doing, Alistair. So it's Liliana, Morrigan. I don't think you can romance Sven. Then. This must have gone to the same hairdresser. I know, we literally have the same hair. I don't think you can romance Win. Dun dun dun. What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
She doesn't want to talk about that part. Alright. Let's talk to Alistair.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
He was like a father to you, I understand.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Alistair. There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Alright, what about the other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for when they fall in battle. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
We entomb our dead within the stone beneath our thags.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the Tig. It sounds so strange.
Yeah, it's also the cool thing about this game. It's like, oh, you're a dwarf. You don't have the same, like, stuff as us. You bury your dead people instead of cremating them. And it's like... no stranger than burning your honored dead to ashes.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to High Ever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Alright. There's a couple of dialogue options per character.
What do you need?
We haven't done any of it. I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Where are the nearest ones?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Big thing is, like, you have to remember, Alistair has only been a Grey Warden for, like, 6 fucking months. So, like, he's a rookie. He's a recruit. Like, he doesn't really have much info, even though it's got more info than you. Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
Alright, what happens if it's just 2 of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Yes, just 2 people must save the world. Do we need to restart building the order?
Eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
Alright, I have no more questions.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
How did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
If you don't want to answer, just say so, Alistair.
I never meant it that way. Don't be like that. Let's see. I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
You think it's better than being a Templar?
Oh, I suppose the Chantry life is good enough for some. Here, we have the chance to fight against the Blight. To actually do some good instead of sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
I'm sorry.
No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did.
Grey Wardens and Duncan were the closest thing that Alistair ever had to a family, and they just got wiped out by some asshole making a fucking power play. I don't think Alistair has any more questions. Doggo!
Oh, why, you little...
What happened?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Are you gonna boo-boo, Alistair? Good boy, teach that silly Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Why were you... what were you doing, Alistair? You just tried to steal food from my dog.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
The dog is fantastic.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Alistair, stop terrorizing my dog. How dare you? Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish.
Hey!
Doggy.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
He wags his tail.
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
They can't be stinkier than what normally goes into them.
I am going to pretend I never heard that. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Aww. Morgan, you're being mean. You're a mean lady.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Oh, doggy. There's so many interactions with this dog. I'm gonna watch Stead and Stinky.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
He respects the dog, but nobody else in camp. Oh, Sven. Alright, doggy? Trying to find a way to the center of the earth, are we? Gonna take some time. Diggy, diggy, dig, diggy hole, diggy, dig. Good luck with getting to the center of the earth, doggy. He stinky ignores you and keeps digging. Any more interactions? Oh, 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 oh. What is it? What is it? What is it? Cut Stinky! Yeah! I think Liliana didn't have any interaction with the dog. Alright, I think that's the maximum of his stuff. Talk to Alistair. We're gonna talk to Sten.
Why are we stopping?
We should talk for a moment.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
Tell me about your people.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
As you wish.
Oh, this is a DLC, dude, isn't it?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
No, I have no knowledge of you, Levy. I've never heard of you.
Really?
That was a short conversation, I
never
know.
told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for
he's
me,
DLC
poor
quest, not just a thingy.
Well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Okay, what promise did he make you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Okay, what happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world.
You want us to get our
But
land
Drydens
back,
are
is it?
tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Alright, and surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
Tell me what I need to know.
Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak, and perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honour along the way. Nobody's been to Soldier's Peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me?
Spooky old castle that we can own? You bet. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Alright, the history of the Dryad. Alright, that's the DLC section unlocked for travel. And then we should talk to...
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your
Yeah,
service
Bodon
once
stays in
again.
camp with us.
I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Yeah, wouldn't mind a discount. You're free to stay, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Right, we're talking Bodan. There's Golem in the background, which I'm not aware of.
If
before.
there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
What's your story?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Yeah, why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city.
Okay.
They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
How was he to know? What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure.
Oh, so they'd found the corpse and just taken the items off the body, or they'd potentially killed him. I see. ...
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the
No
guard
problem,
that was
Emerald.
watching
Thanks
me
for
and
hanging
took
out,
off
right?
for the
You
surface
take it
first
easy.
opportunity
Hopefully
I
you
got.
get your new phone
Never
soon.
looked back.
And now here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Where do these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Blight will not last forever.
No, of course not. And when it ends, I will go back to finding ruins, or move on. I don't really have much of a choice.
You didn't mention your son.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago.
Oh, you found him? I forgot about that.
I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That was generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Enchantment!
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Have you heard any rumors?
I hear news from Denerim that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Any other rumors?
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyrn Loghain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I'm not going to ask about any more rumors. Probably not much. It's probably all just about Tyrn Loghain and the Grey Wardens and stuff like that. So, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Oh, yes. We can sell off all the crap that we don't need. Sword. We're keeping those ones. Leather. Sell. Small shield. Clothing. Fine. For all stuff. Alright, let's see. What has he got in terms of... Yeah, this thing is nuts. His Mercy requires Magic 24. Okay. Blood Dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna basically be like taking the Blood Dragon gauntlets. Can't use any of it right now, but Blood Dragon we work towards it. We're going to 38 strength. Okay, let's see. Let's look at Health, Constitution. This take. Oh, we're out of stuff. All right. Go to inventory. We will go to Oregon. Held. We didn't pick up the cowl. What did we pick up? Got my heavy armor. And I need dog. No, I can only see the dog outside of combat. Okay, that's fine. We can still do that. This. I think it's just his armory expanded. So we gotta go talk to Morgan.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother's been doing this for a long time then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Okay, humans are boring and stinky. Got it. Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cool lore about, like, shape changers and shape shifting, even, like, just in video games where, like, the whole concept of getting lost as the animal if you spend too long in the form. Because the appeal of just abandoning your human ways and moving on is always intriguing. What do the other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Interesting. I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Alright, Yeah, such traditions need to be preserved. I don't care for the chantry.
I am surprised you think
I'm a dwarf.
so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
That's all I want to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
That would just make you angry, I think.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
If they try to set her on fire, she would just get angry. I don't think that would resolve the issue. Alright, I'm gonna ask her again so we can get her
What
other
do you
stuff.
wish of me?
I'd like to discuss something. Something?
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes. By Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
She liked it. Okay, you really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably
Why is she so hot?
failed
Because it's
to
Claudia
heed.
Black in
And
video
then the
game
true
form.
game began.
Anytime that
Often
happens,
Flemeth
she's
would
hot.
use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
She actually used you as bait.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast
Also
place.
warning Ivan. How are you
Once they
doing?
found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
What is an apostate?
You do not know. The zealots use
Did she turn
that
into a
word
spider?
for any magic they do not control.
She turned into a spider.
The chantry
Right, yeah,
sees
she can turn
any
into a
mages
spider.
not leashed to the circle of magi as apostates. And apostates
You
could
can turn into a
become
few things.
maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I agree completely.
Oh, I hope you are not simply being agreeable. It would be a refreshing change.
Like the whole cane of the
Enough
apostates
of
just
this talk.
they
Let
want to
us
be
return
free,
to
so
the
why would they
task at
shackle
hand.
themselves to demons? It doesn't make any sense. She has a lot of dialogue, but we're gonna get through it.
What do you wish of me?
Ask you something.
If you must.
Is Sama what she really seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What
She turned
does
into a spider and people still
seem
want to smash
be?
her freaky level overnight acid. Nutty old bat.
Sometimes I do wonder the very same thing. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay
I'm a
what
dwarf.
Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Alright. Sounds interesting.
As
Tell
the
me.
tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
And just how long ago was this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In
Okay.
truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
He sold his wife?
The life of a bard is a poor one, And love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
You truly loved him.
That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which, she never invaded or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords.
Sounds about right for
Thus,
a lord.
He was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Yeah, the whole thing is you have to find Flemeth. The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters, question mark.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Okay, why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Okay. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
He's a new kind of monster. Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
Interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died a long time ago.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Alright, she's so much dialogue. Alright, Flemeth.
What do you wish of me?
Ask you something?
If you must.
Did you grow up at the Kokori Wells?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me.
Too many dialogue
than
options, she got
tales of
angry.
The world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
You kept going back to the wilds.
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. Sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
No touchy. No touchy, Morrigan. Not allowed. No. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
I guess the joke's on you then.
You were a fine one to be pointing out the humor of fate. Shall we examine your predicament on the whole? Let's not. Me? I prefer the jest on me to the jest on you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Alright, I'll leave that there, because otherwise we're going to spend here for ages talking to Flemeth. Or Flemeth, fucking Morgan. Alright, I think we're good to move on. I think it's literally we leave the area and then we're good to go. And we'll get some fancy cutscenes. We are taking Flemeth, you, and you.
Yes.
Accept. Okay, we've got a choice. So we can go to the Frostback Mountains. Let's just pass Redcliffe Village, Lake Carmen Docks, Banloran Lands, and Belknap Outskirts. So remember, we can't really go to Denerim. Oh, Soldier's Peak. So we can't really go to Denerim. We'll just get arrested. That's the Elves. DLC. Mage Tower. Redcliffe. And I think one of these, I think that one's the Dwarfen King. So let's go do Banloran's Lands. I think that's a DLC. Yeah, if it's golden, I think it's DLC. Do that one. Dun dun dun. Oh. A lot of archers and stuff. Take a closer look at the unarmed man. First recognize you're on King Caelan's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man, Ostergar. Okay. Take a closer look at the guards. Van Loren, a minor lord well known as a love for the fealty of his allegiances. Okay, so he's probably aligned with Logain. Join the fray. Oh, well.
Enemies approaching!
I don't remember this,
Now we get our
Damn, everybody's... Can you fight on that one? Fight that one. Yeah, I need you guys to fucking hurry up and help. I'm getting my ass kicked here. Yeah, no. Ooh. Oh, game crashed. Oh man, what was the last time we saved? Shit. Come on. Resume. Okay. Skip that. Yeah.
Bad
skip?
dreams, huh?
This is looking at
Drag
8.
more like, as in the tainted blood. Remember? You see,
I'm
the
gonna skip the
archdemon
dialogue.
talks.
Right?
Anyhow, when I heard you,
I need your surprises. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna skip ahead. With the inventory. Let me skip ahead. I'll come back and do all the dialogue talk another time. Off stream. We're gonna go boop.
Yes.
Boop, boop.
Indeed,
We've been doing
indeed.
so well, I forgot. Right, let's not go that area because I crashed out. Let's go to... Let's go to Denerim. I don't think we get arrested, but I think we can pick up on a lot of clues and stuff like that. No combat along the way? Interesting. Alright, let's go to Denerim. Place no.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
Wait until I
It was
finish
just
the
you
dialogue.
and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
You asked already,
No,
Alistair.
You really don't.
Alright, so this lady here, I can't think. Did they deliver something for her?
Good day.
No, not yet. I know I do deliver something to her eventually.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands.
Oh,
the
this
lowest
angry old bat.
slaves
Okay,
to
let
the
her rant for a little bit.
highest kings. Those who bring ham without provocation to the least of his children are breaded and accursed by the Maker.
Those who bring ham? And the Maker does not bread sinners.
The one who repents.
I like this lady.
Who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
Obsessed with food.
Shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
She's doing a delivery to fuck with you, lady.
Holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her bacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Oh, you only figured that out now, did you? I liked her version.
Me too. I wonder why nobody ever taught me her version of the chant when I was a Templar.
Oh, hello, dear. Can we help you?
What she means is, in Andraste's name, be welcome.
Stop correcting me. What would Andraste do? That's what you should be concerned with, I say. Andraste was no fuss budget.
I love this old lady. What are you doing?
Praying for the good people of Denerim who've lost loved ones at Ostergard. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
But that's what I said.
Can you tell me about the chant?
Tell you about the chant? What? As if it's a cake you might buy? Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the Chantry.
Fine,
I love this lady.
then. What do you want to know?
Does the chat mention dwarves?
Why would it?
Sister, that's hardly appropriate. There's no need to be rude to anyone, even if they are ignorant and godless.
You're being more rude than this lady is. What did the chant say about Darkspawn?
Oh, there are some very stirring canticles about doom and wrath.
Darkspawn were created by mankind's second sin, pride. Arrogance became a great caged beast in the lands of Tevinter, an emptiness that consumed all and could never be filled. To satisfy its hunger, the mage lords assaulted the Golden City, heart of all creation, to take the Maker's power for themselves.
Why does no one ever sing the good stanzas during chantry services anymore? They speak them. It's called the chant of light, not the speech of light.
Sister, would you kindly stop messing up the chant?
See how you like being interrupted.
Well, you get the general idea, I'm sure.
Love this old lady. I love this interaction. What was the verse you were reciting?
It's the 10th stanza from the Transfigurations. Lovely canticle, that one. Oh, you should have heard Brother Caedmon sing it, though.
He sang it well, I take it.
He had a voice like a bucket full of toads. Revered Mother Boanne, bless her heart, always said, if we had more voices like his, the Maker couldn't fail to take note of us.
Fantastic. What happened to him?
It was tragic, really. Such a surprise.
We don't speak of that.
We don't speak of what? What happened to him? He died?
He was in charge of the lyrium storehouse. It wasn't good for him, you see.
Did he go on a
All his
cocaine bender but with
clothes in the middle
lyrium?
of the chant one summer day and ran into the street.
Oh no.
He tripped and fell into the vat of elderberry wine for the feast and drowned. We were 6 days drying him out for his cremation. He looked like a pickled egg. So tragic.
The poor dude.
Now, where's the fun in belonging to the Chantry if you can't proselytize to the heathens a bit?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride.
You have your work cut out for you, lady. I'll grab this Chanter's board while we're here. Accept. Accept all the shit. Alright.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
Sister Justine.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
How did you know?
Well-armed individuals that visit the rectory tend to be here for that. Chanter Rosamond is tireless and resolute in her duties. I'm sure you can find something of interest on her board.
Who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. Pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What does a curator do?
The
I know she has
archivist
a
tends
quest
the
that I
books,
have to
and
go get.
I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
You need adventurers like me. Are there still relics you found after all these years?
My thought exactly. But I'm perpetually amazed at how quickly people accept fantastic claims at face value. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone.
That's a lot of fingers, bro.
Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
How difficult is it to, like, verify a relic?
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her.
Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason,
people are delusional as
have
hell when it
powerful
comes to religious
tools to
artifacts.
deceive.
Got it. Balancing
and
is
often close to
difficult.
heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste.
Alright, how many relics have you found?
Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths.
You think the urn of sacred ashes is real? Let's come back to this later.
My research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke.
Alright, could you tell me more about your job?
You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before. I will not bore you again. Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy relics for the chantry.
Right, that's good.
Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
She's kind of who you come to later for stuff. I am going to quickly save, though, just because we did have a crash. Save. And we are going to extend our own. Oh. Where are you going? You found a friend?
Puppy!
That is the appropriate response to seeing this dog. Where did you get that? Put him back where he belongs now. You can't have a pet human. You silly fucking dog.
The Maker does not bread sinners.
Oh, will you stop correcting?
Ooh. Mage Collective Liaison.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a
bunch of these
collective of mages
around.
interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Tell me more.
The Collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
Okay, I'll take a look at your requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the Collective. Makers smile upon you.
Alright, and then grab it. But this is where we get all of our freaking side quests from.
As you say.
Alright, accept. Accept. And box. Yoink. Alright, talk to the courier. Does he look for me? Or is that later?
Lead me to my business.
Later. Sergeant Cloyne?
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Oh. Is the market district really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by
Interestingly
the
that
captain
he
of the
knows I'm a
guard,
warden.
even
He's
less
not,
with
like,
Al Howe
trying
in
to arrest
charge.
me.
So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
How are they worse?
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them
they're
are
doing all the
criminals we have to
backshady stuff.
arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
How do you know who I am?
Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. Don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Oxford,
Hey, he's a
I'm
good
no
man.
fool.
If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me.
Alright, so... do you need my help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use
He's
that.
like, yes,
I've got a
yes,
pretty
please.
popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Alright, sign me up, Sergeant.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Alright, then...
I bought a confection of spun sugar here once. It got stuck in my hair.
I recognize you.
Oh.
From Ostagar.
Shit.
Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
this guy.
Good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Logain's charges against the wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
I smear him all over a fucking wall. What do you mean, satisfaction?
An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
Very well. If you insist on dying, you'll get your duel.
Make peace with the Maker, sir. These are your last moments.
I've always killed this guy. Such an idiot. Oh yeah, hold on. I have to go me.
Do you think they sell silk ribbons in that store? I've been meaning...
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you.
Will nothing convince you to stop?
Nothing at all, sir. I am honor-bound to kill you now.
Alright, that's fine. One-on-one.
May the Divine look after you, sir. You've held yourself with honor. Begin.
Alright. Boom. Bonk. Dun dun dun. Bonk. We're getting there. Need to wait your stamina to regen. We're winning for sure. Bonk.
Come, let us end this.
We fight for honor.
No quarter
take a
shall
while.
be given.
Bonk. Oh, one more hit. Come on. There we go.
You fought with honor. Sir Landry couldn't have asked for a nobler death.
It shall be
Feeling
done.
as shit though.
Very well.
All right, sir. I'm gonna loot this warehouse. Anything important in here?
I shall do it.
Take all. Just an empty warehouse. I know there's story stuff here later, I think.
It is begun.
Okay. We can do more. Barrel. And then in here. Wonders of Theoda's shop. Book. Or if this is the where you can buy skill books and stuff like that. Hello, sir.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas.
They speak like
We
the
carry
fucking
items
Elacor
crafted
from Mass
by
Effect.
the
That's what they
circle,
remind me of.
as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Browse wares. I'm sure that this is actually the place. Let's go to here. One of the drop that one. Redo all this. Hell. That. Gifts. Else? Got to buy. I wasn't paying attention. You got weapons, and you got mage stuff, basically. I'll have to come back for these. Oh, here we go. Need a belt more than anything. That and then. Yeah, Tome of Arcane Technique and all that kind of stuff is in here. I need to get these. Healer. Okay. Grand. And still stuff
shall
left in the
do it.
room. Let's grab them. Come on. Boop. 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 Everything. Oh, I forgot to equip my fucking thing. Give myself the Archivist Flash. Give Guildmaster Belt. Else I have again. Alright. I think that's the shop. We can leave. Alright. Whoop. Guys, don't see distraction. Yavanti's home. This is the guy for Andraste, I think. Push the book. Right.
Yes? What are you doing here?
Who are you?
My name is Wayland. I'm the assistant of the scholar Brother Genitivi. This is his house.
Why not have this dialogue set up yet? Who is Brother Genitivi?
He's an eminent scholar and researcher who serves the Great Chantry. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genitivi. Wishful thinking, it seems.
Has something happened to him?
I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. Genitivi was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I fear he has
this is
gotten
going to crop
too
up a
close
lot
to
throughout the game.
truth.
Do you think he's in trouble because
Perhaps
of the urn?
the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
Dun dun dun. Where did you send them?
Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
Hey, boo boo. Discover the urn will bring hope to any. I'm willing to risk it. Tell me where he went.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
Right, that's where the Mage's Tower is. What was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
Very well. I may find time to look into this.
Good luck. May you find the answers you seek.
Alright, yeah, at this point, I don't think we haven't gotten the trigger for this quest line. Just yet. There is the other room, but we're not gonna pop that just yet.